like a week, I'd say.
Okay.
So we do the court case, which is that was bullshit, right? I mean, you know, you're pardoning it, right? And
Yeah,
yeah.
you know why I want to pardon it, right?
I mean, it's bullshit. It goes back to Murphy Braun. It goes back to John Paul. It goes back to. It just goes like you plant a gun. You know, I just plant a gun on somebody and
Yeah, just plant a gun.
The way that
Possession
the law
is...
so I talked about it with Siobhan a little bit, and essentially what it boiled down to is that had the potential to be a precedent-setting case, where they essentially had to the law could have been worded in such a way that would actually protect someone in that situation.
Agreed.
And you know, speaking frankly, you know, I think Siobhan's your lawyer or whatever, so you know, obviously
Yeah.
I would never repeat what's being said here. You guys got rolled up on, you got shot,
Right.
you didn't shoot,
No.
and then the cops treated Kay as a suspect.
Yes.
The victim.
They
The
treated
victim as a suspect.
us. They treated us like. I mean, I can tell you what actually happened, but they treated us like fucking criminals. On scene right away. They GSR'd me before they even gave us CPR. They didn't give a fuck about our things. Then when we told them it was Mary Mushkin and all them, they pulled her aside. Didn't GSR test her? Had an eyewitness apparently give a statement saying it was us, but then didn't.
Admitted that it was an oversight to not GSR test the
Yeah.
other people on scene. Admitted it was an oversight.
it's-
Like, how is that not reasonable
Dude,
doubt?
you know,
Sorry.
but you know, the crazy part is, Dab and Siobhan, is that all three of these gun planting cases, quote unquote, have all been the result of like shitty police work. Like if they had just done their job properly, we wouldn't even be in this situation. It's just they're doing a shit job at policing.
Well, I have a big announcement.
Which is what?
I am the boss of the police department now.
Yep.
Get the fuck rid of Ruth.
Yup, we just
Please.
got it passed.
You know, were you talking about Captain Ruth?
Bro, she needs to go.
Captain Ruth last night in my office said that she should they should vote to overthrow the power of the council.
She
When
has.
I told them
Yeah, go ahead.
that I wanted to give them oversight and responsibility for their actions. They said, "What if we just voted to overthrow the council?"
Yeah. No, exactly. There's no respect.
that's-
You know, it's
that's
crazy, right?
treason.
She's upset that nobody respects her as a captain. Well, that's crazy. It's Rich. Well, how about you respect the other authorities and other like she doesn't respect the mayor. She doesn't respect the council.
She doesn't respect.
She does whatever the fuck she wants. And I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. And Slacks is like the guy. Like he's a yes man. Slacks is a yes man. So whatever Turner or Ruth say to him, he automatically blindly backs them up, even though it's the wrong thing. And like, dude, she needs to go. Ruth is a problem. The reason why the past 2 months there's been all these problems with the police department in the public eye is because of her.
Yeah, and that's part of why I'm here. You know, first of all, you guys are my boys. One.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Two, I don't want the streets to be a river of blood. And that's just for, you know, everyone. Look, I don't give a shit what you guys do
Oopsie.
in response to this. I really don't.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But acting as the mayor, I have to make it seem like I give a shit.
No,
okay.
100%.
That said, you know, I would do anything for Mr. K. So I'm gonna push for this pardon. The thing about this Ruth stuff. So I met with these three captains last night. Okay, because I deliberately wrote up the legislation that would essentially give power and oversight over the police department, the LSPD, and any future police department for as long as my term lasts. I wrote it up in the public documents, okay, for any council member to see. And that allowed it to begin lighting a fire under their asses. And, you know, all of a sudden, you know, Captain Turner, who hadn't been here for a month, shows up. And then all of a sudden I'm able to meet with all three captains. And then I got them
He
in a room
waited for
last
2
night.
hours to meet with Slacks, and then when now he finally wanted to meet. Sorry, I'm still mad.
No. Look, the point is, I scared them, and last night they were so defensive about being held accountable and having oversight that they refused to even begin entertaining the possibility of working with me. They were completely resistant to the mayor's office having any sort of power or
Because they're power
responsibility
hungry,
over.
bro.
Yeah, exactly, man.
You know what happened back in the day, like 5 years ago? And
What?
5 years ago, there was a big thing, right? It was like, if you're like a higher commanding officer, you should be willing to put the your rank. It's your job over your rank, right? Like if you care a lot about your rank more than you care about your job, then like that's a problem, right? So
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I gave Slacks 2 nights ago a copy of this act that I wanted to pass that did pass today, that establishes the mayor's office as the boss before the state for them. And in response, he sent me a document that has been written up that in the first paragraph suggests either of the 3 captains for the eventual chief of police vote that would have gone.
Fuck no. Fuck
yeah,
no.
so they had this pre-written for God knows how long instead of focusing on their fucking problems.
Fuck no.
So
you
tells
know their
me
problem? Yeah,
What?
go ahead. What does that tell you?
that tells me that they only give a shit about their power.
No, hey,
You know,
that's
and
exactly what it
they're-
is. So they're worried about check and balancing their police department, but who's there to check and balance them?
Exactly. Well, guess what? I am now.
Yeah. Fuck them completely, honestly. Fuck Ruth. Turner's not bad. Turner's not bad. He's just not around.
Yeah. So basically, what's going to happen here is I'm going to go to them. I'm going to get a list of names of people that they think are suitable. Commissioner, we're calling it the commissioner. And then I'm going to tell you right now, none of those captains will be chosen for commissioner.
Please, bro, please.
Mhm.
They need to be like yeah. No, 100%. So the reason why I wanted to talk to you today is because like now that I hear about the pardon, like is there anything you can help me with, because like that whole situation last night that occurred after the court case was in result of that court case. Like TLDR, I already told Siobhan. Obviously this is all confidential. Like they went to go chase Kay for that warrant. Kay drowns in the water, and then I had a hypothetical kidnapping of Leo Slacks and 2 other officers, and they didn't honor their negotiations. But I blacked out completely and everything. Like I don't know. Listen, I when I was in the cells, their police work was shitty as fuck. It was very shoddy. They didn't take a picture of me holding a gun. They don't
Are you appealing?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So you go through that appeal, depending on how it works. Fuck it, I can just throw out a pardon attempt for you too. I don't give a shit.
But please, because if that's the case, then that allows me to reinstate my bar. Because I'm not fired from the bar. I'm suspended. Like I can still go right now and sign on duty if I want.
Of the court case,
Yeah.
right?
Pending the appeal, pending the appeal is if I get fired from the bar or not. Yeah. Okay.
So you don't think their evidence is good enough to make a lot of their stuff stick in court?
I don't think so. No. I mean, no. Listen. If 10 people, you tell me, if 10 cops get up on the stand and say this guy did it, is that enough to charge somebody?
Well, according to Captain Turner, 10 people seeing someone get beaten in City Hall and then kidnapped by someone who's easily identifiable is not enough to issue a warrant to.
My
have
other
them arrested,
issue
so.
is that, like, seeing how Kay's trial went is like, yeah, exactly. It's like after seeing Kay's shit, like, how the fuck am I supposed to know I'm gonna win?
Yeah. Well, if he gets pardoned, maybe that will make the judicial think twice about not being brave enough to set precedent on
The
the
precedent,
stand.
yeah.
Which is a huge reason why we've written a lot of stuff on the council. We've left it open deliberately for the DOJ to be able to set precedent, because we restarted all of our legislation and shit. So they need to be active instead of harping on the letter of the law. Because
So I have. Go ahead. Right.
This is shit I heard directly from Alan Crane. Like, we're leaving stuff like that so that they can interpret the laws and we can set our own case laws. So
Some of them are scared to interpret, though.
that's what it seems like.
Between me and you, I lost hope in Crane.
I have not lost hope in Alan Crane.
Me neither. Me neither.
Me being a
If
lawyer.
you saw him in
listen,
that meeting today-
Siobhan. Every time we
Yeah.
were a lawyer, right, we would wake up to new legislation that Crane passes that literally fucks us even more.
Like what? Like what?
I don't have my tablet on me. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a lot. My problem with Crane is that he. Go ahead, Siobhan.
I don't think his legislation fucked us. In the old republic, it was really hard to do my job as a judge when there was not communication about legislation being published, and I'm finding out from other people mid-trial that actually impacts the case I'm hearing, right? Because it wasn't necessarily communicated in a timely manner that it was coming down, right? But I think a lot of those issues have all been alleviated in the new republic. Sorry, I just want to get this out of my head before I forget about it.
I have examples.
I'm not a
by the way.
lawyer right
Yeah.
now. I'm on LOA indefinitely.
Okay.
So I just wanted to share that with you. That's part of my chief of staff thing. I'm on an LOA, can't do law stuff. I did recommend For you though, for your case, Leon Law, I recommend him to you, and I already told him that he should take your case.
Who's Leon Law?
He used to be a judge with me.
Have you spoken to Juno at all, Rami, in the last like week?
No, I heard she got fired. What did you use? Somebody told me. Xavier told me you fired her.
Yeah, I fired her because she wasn't doing her fucking job right.
Awesome.
And literally, her job was to be on the council to give me yes votes, and I was still getting concerns and questions from her about, like, what do I do? What am I doing? Blah blah blah. The final straw was I found out from my wife that she shit talked my police continuancy plan, which is the thing that establishes the mayor's office as the direct superior to.
I literally
the
told
police
her,
department.
Max, I remembered the start of the conversation now. I literally told her that, like, the PD is burning, the city is burning. And you know what she said? She said, good, let it burn. And I told her that was not language becoming of the chief of staff.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Let's focus on how we can help you.
Okay, so
that's what I'm interested
in regards to the Crane situation, I'll tell you, the Crane, number one, he passed the sorry, my radio's going off. Number one, he passed the when Johnson got fired, I called Crane up for advice. I said, Crane, how can he got unjustly fired. I want to sue for wrongful termination and get access to the DAP reports that they had on Johnson. What did he do? He goes, okay, let me go talk to the captains. I'll look into it. The next fucking day, I wake up, I check legislation. He passes the at-will employee legislation. The second time, I asked him about the hold on. Fuck, what was it, chat? Oh, the Ego Act. The Ego Act for taxes. I mean, sorry, the
taxes?
Ego Act for the Mosley situation. When that shit went down for the court case that happened yesterday, he then went and tried and passed the Ego Act from attacking multiple because the problem was that Mosley was getting quote unquote attacked constantly, right?
Right.
Then they.
So I will say that this was proposed by Michael Simone. Crane had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
He didn't even write it, actually.
All right.
He did vote. We did vote it in though.
I don't know, man. I just felt like I'm being on whatever. This is my issues with Crane. It is what it is. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's say one last thing to speak to Crane's defense. He is the reason that I have the ability to provide oversight to the police department now.
Yeah.
Because if he hadn't been there and fucking and justified this to the rest of these fucking sheep on the council, it would have never passed ever. And this is the only way we're going to start seeing change that will benefit the streets and the people of Los Santos, the police department, literally everybody. So just think about that, because I went into this whole mayor shit thinking that this guy would be a huge roadblock for me, and he's literally the only person who has been open to any radical forward change at all.
Yeah. I guess.